Just Connect TV, streaming live. Just Connect TV is your entertainment and educational channel. We broadcast authentic content that will inspire, empower, and stir up the potential and positive energy in you. Just Connect TV, streaming live. Get yourself a high-quality branded hoodie, t-shirt, caps, umbrellas, you name it, we got it. You order, we deliver. Just Connect.
Niguse tena natamani niwe dhabihu ikupendezayo Baba. Niguse tena natamani niwe dhabihu ikupendezayo Baba. Baba, niguze tena, natamani niwe dhabihu ikupendezayo Baba. Niguse tena, natamani niwe
Ever felt the need to learn how to play a musical instrument or improve your music skill and never knew where to go? Just Connect School of Music is the place to be. We offer professional training in music sight reading, piano, drums, guitar, saxophone, bass guitar, and vocal training. We are located at Eprin Square, 3rd floor, room 26, opposite Buruburu Police Station. Just Connect, building worship. Just Connect TV, streaming live.
Hello, our friends and viewers. This is Just Connect TV, and this is our show, My Story, where we are joined by Bishop of the Worldwide Gospel Church. You can tell us how you managed, despite not having gone through the whole process of school in a formal way, like the way we know school. How did you build a career for yourself?
Thank you for this question, which not many people know about me, but you know, these are experiences in life. I normally say when one door is shut, there is always an alternative way.
Very true.
During all this time, my struggles, I would read books. In a novel, in a book, I find here I'm reading the Bible, I'm reading the newspapers, and therefore that accumulation of knowledge. And now you see, when I was given the task, it revived my education, the little formal education. And then this man said, he looks bright. Why don't we try him in the accounts? And you see, he was the assistant to the chief accountant. So he arranged that I should be interviewed, and there you are. After 1 year, getting the permanent job, then I got promoted.
Wow.
1 year.
I don't want to go to the
And
interview
then, no, it was a brief one.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this? Can you do this? And that's what I used to do.
Okay.
And so as I was given a letter, and my salary increased to 437 shillings. And I thought, now
You are
and of course it never got enough. And so I continued. I remember my first experience was to deal with stationaries, buying, purchasing, and issuing stationaries to the various departments. And I did it well. And then some more tasks. And I realized when people refuse to do something, the accounts supervisor would look at me and say, can you try to do this? Naitwanga. There are some people who are good by nature. This one old man, I never forget him. He was called Mogane, Maina Mogane. He had no Christian name. So he calls me and told me, my friend, you young man. That was in 1974. Even before I got married. And he told me, now that because you come to this office, you should do bookkeeping. I asked him, what is that? He told me, I'll take you there. So he took me to a college downtown. So in the evening I go for lessons, bookkeeping. I did my Pittman elementary bookkeeping. I still can show you the certificate. A very beautiful one. Wow. I've kept it.
That is now you have
now for my career. Now I became a good bookkeeper, and I think that's why I excelled. Because these others, some of them were from 4s, some of them from 6, but maybe they had not done any bookkeeping skills. So I think that's one of the things that made me stand out. And then so I continued to do reading exams, because I passed the first time, and I said, yes.
it was a motivation.
So in 1975, I enrolled for CPA. By then, the University of Nairobi, they had a program. It was called Extramural Studies. That's some accounting job and all these other courses. for those people who are not formally in the system of academics. So I enrolled for CPA. I even didn't know that I would not have been allowed to do the exams. But they never asked me my education. And so even I said I want to do CPA 2 even before doing CPA 1. Because I have no information. Nobody is directing me. And I think people need to get to understand that when you don't know something, you should ask.
Exactly. Yeah.
And also, if you see somebody who is bright, you better direct the person. And the two, when there is a discussion, people will get help.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't just jump into doing things. And but I don't know whether it was fortunate or unfortunately, when this fiery politician J.M. Kariuki was killed, the whole program was discontinued because the university was closed up. And therefore it never came back again, and then never went back to check. But I don't think there is that kind of a program. Maybe now in a different name, but it was closed up. So by that then I relaxed.
So would you later pick it up?
Yes, I would. When I excelled, of course, I got another promotion. Because I said, well, I did in the general accounts. Then around 1974, even before I got married, there was a redundancy because we bought computers to do the job. No, not computers, but what happened? What happened, the minister Gekonyo, by then Gekonyo, of industry, he said now we have to Africanize some aspects of, say, like distribution. So our salesmen became distributors, and each one of them was given the lorry he used to deliver soda with, and they became distributors. So the workload on the accounts clerks was not any longer there. So there was a redundancy, people going home. And how are they going home? First in, last out. So I was the last. I was among the last in.
Oh, okay.
So I was supposed to go out, but I'm going out even before I'm married.
You are in.
So, but what happened? God was with me, and that's how I found that my black book. I say this 74, and I got it. I got to see it in 75. So this time, because I refused, I was supposed to go on leave in 73. When I got promotion, my leave was cancelled. So the carry forward, I was to go in 74, 2 months leave, 2 years leave.
2 years leave?
Yeah, I mean for 2 years, that was about close to 2 months. But then, I was given the 2 months leave, and so when I went home, that's when I got married. But before the leave was over, I'm getting a letter from my supervisor. Come back, there are other people going on leave. But they were not going on leave, they were getting sacked.
Oh, okay.
These were the people who taught me
how
to do the job. But the supervisor picked me to remain. So I was called back.
Diligence. And
yes. That is what he told me later. Because much later, now when I got saved, and I preached to him, he also got saved. So, and I think you saw him during my inauguration as a bishop. I had called him, and he said something. He said, and so he says, okay. He tells me that you know why, because I thought huyu mtu ananionea, ananipa ile kazi ngumu. So later sasa when we became almost like equals, and I continued climbing. So ananiambia, unajua wewe uzuri wako nikikupatia kazi huko nunika na ulifanya na ukafanya vizuri.
So in the generations where we are, because probably people are under pressure, I don't know whether it is under pressure or it's lack of knowledge, you would advise a person not to limit themselves to the only duty given to them, but to get to improve on themselves and do whatever task that is given to them, and not just keep pulling back your job description to your bosses.
If you may ask me, and my training with Cadbury Kenya, where I used to work at middle level management, that is one of the things our mentors told us. You must do something extra to prove you are over and above your peers. You should prove that you are somebody who is above the way we can see you. And I believe in that. So if you want to stay status quo, just do what you are told to do. When you finish, just sit down and wait for your promotion or demotion, whichever the case.
Let's now come to your family. Like Bishop, unajua.
But now my skills, just to finish that. So when we came back and realized I could not go for CPA, now I gotten to know some of these things. So I did my ACNC, Accounts Clerk National Certificate. Again, nagonga tu. Sasa hiyo tena inaniletea kiburi fulani ya kichwa. Ninasema mimi najua nilikuwa kichwa nzuri. And ndio nilikuwa nikisema nilipoanza kufanya CPA, sasa hiyo ndio nikaanguka economics karibu niwe mgonjwa. And so I went on and my promotions came. I came from the general office then to the computer room. My boss wanted to make me the assistant, but there were some issues. Then from that, I went to costing, where I actually ended being the cost accountant of an international company.
Wow. And I'm just looking at that story from a point where your education was like cut off to a point where you almost broke down and your life was like gone, and then now you resurface and you ended up almost on the highest office.
Yes, you can imagine by then when I retired in 2007, and coming from 335, and I was getting not a very bad salary, although money never gets in. I was getting over 100,000 shillings. So from now, if you imagine from 17 shillings, I started.
So what you would say is that somebody must be patient and consistent. And yes. I like the principle that you said, that you don't give up. Because I think one of the things that when we are faced with issues, there is that opportunity, like people feel like, no, let me not do this. But what happens when umejaribu kitu na imekataa kufanya? Like, sasa where do we go from here? Do you still...
Imekataa kufanyika. Kama sasa mimi nilifikiri ningekuwa na very big education, so ilikataa. Lakini njia si moja.
Oh wow.
You should not confine yourself to just education. Do other things.
Exactly.
Do other things.
Exactly.
If things don't work this way, usikae hapo ukilia alafu uende madhare. No.
I like that. I like that, and I believe that our viewers have picked that. Let's go to sasa kwa familia. How, and I want you to open it up.
Wewe unagusa wengine.
No, how was it? Like, how was dating in your days? Like, were you dating? How did you come to get... how did you get married, really? You just went... You said you went on leave and then you came back married. I mean... Was it an arranged marriage?
Dating also, getting married, it was somehow chaotic because because you do it your way. Nobody to help
was there guidance, like from the cultural
no.
perspective?
Okay, from the cultural, okay, at my age, now there was, this was a generation where there were a lot of changes. Because one, the time people had with their grandparents and their aunties and their uncles was not there for them to mentor you into the issues of marriage. So you grow up, somebody got married the other day, so you keep on getting married and nobody is actually guiding you. But I also always remember when we were small children, the girls would be told, kaa vizuri, wewe utaolewa wapi? Don't be lazy, utaolewa wapi? And a lot of discipline for the girls especially. And I don't think things have changed, as I said. Because you realize today we have a problem with the boy child. He's spoiled. Because he's not being given the responsibilities. You see, for us, we would get responsibilities to go looking after goats. But especially in the cities, what would the boy do? The guy will be told, wash the dishes, blah blah, panguza nyumba, na mama. Now it's a problem. It's a whole problem. But now come back to your question: how people who are marrying, and when you grow up, you feel you want to marry, so you marry.
Oh yeah. You just want
now,
to
for dating, of course, you would see a girl, because I'm a man. Of course, you look at the appearance. Now, although I said people are not indoctrinated into their marriages, but we would also be told some few things. Wewe ukikaa hivi utaoa mbali sana.
Like you are not getting positive.
No.
Information was not coming from a positive angle. It's a warning kind.
It is always negative. It is always negative. So you think everything about this marriage is negative. Ukifanya hivi utapigwa. Ukifanya hivi, no. All those, there is no proper guidance organized. And I thank God now the churches also are beginning to come in the gap to mentor our teenagers and the young people on how to get about issues. This function was being done by the aunties in the olden times. Now, unfortunately, somebody like I did not have aunties near me. I did not have my grandpa. I did not have anybody to mentor me. It's only my mom and my dad saying, wow,
throwing words at you.
and you cannot answer. So today I see my children answering me and I say, wow, I tell them you are very lucky these days because you can negotiate. But now, that is how I got married. You date anybody. Ukiona msichana ana sura mzuri.
Were there recommendations?
Recommendations how?
Like unaambia ule msichana ni mzuri, like your dad will tell you get married to this.
Hapana, vile baba alikuwa a gentleman, as I said. Yeye alisema mtu asioe kwa familia yoyote wanaiba, usiolewe huko au usioe huko. So those things were there and they were good. They were good. Because of course the environment where you are brought up, there is very high probability that you become like so. Even now in the church we should tell people, usiolewe tu na mtu because you have met, to try to dig out a little bit where this person comes from.
Exactly. Exactly.
So this one was there, but not in a very elaborate way, of course, for my situation. Because again, you realize also I left home when I was very young. So now when I visit home, I see girls, they are growing up, and I ask you, how are you? And you see now, because
you're from Nairobi.
I'm from Nairobi, of course.
Everyone wants you.
It was a problem again. Everyone wants me, and when I picked on my wife, then it was the talk of the essentially. And now these two cannot be together. Huyu kijana ni proud na ni mkali. hawezi kuendeshana. And I heard about it and I said, wow, kumbe mimi ni mkali. And I don't think mimi ni mkali. I'm only a little bit strict. And the principle.
Yeah.
And I like it that way because once I committed myself, I wasn't saved. But you see, I'm reading the Bible.
Yeah.
So I knew divorce, no, not for me.
Now, how was that relationship before you got married?
Well,
how long did it
slightly
last?
less than a year. Less than a year or so, about 7 or 8 months or so.
Okay. And what would you advise young men, especially during that process? I don't
Well,
know
they must take time to get to know each other. Discuss the likes and the dislikes. Because sometimes when you dislike same things, that's better. But when you like different things and dislike different things, that's a disaster. So people need to take their time to discuss. Again, as I said about salvation, again, it's not the time, but when God is involved, that is the most important thing. But also, it's good to know who you want to put up with throughout your life.
Exactly.
And discuss those thorny issues about this is what I like, this is the kind of a family. And I realized my wife was always praying, I would like to get a husband who will not beat me. That is what she tells me, and I tell you, she got it right.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm a believer, you should not beat your wife.
Exactly.
And I think I picked it from my dad because I never saw my dad beat my mom.
How has been that journey of marriage through the years you've been married?
Then, of course, something else to mention that I was lucky because I knew the family. Her brothers were my friends. Not that they influenced.
Hakuna vile wali.
Hapana. Even walishtuka. Tunakula na hawa na alafu wanasikia nimechukua dada yao. Alafu wanashtuka tu. They didn't know even we were friends. So
there is that aspect you brought up about knowing their family. It's how important is that? Like having a background check for the spouse.
Well, it's very, very important, but it's not what is most important. Because you see, again, together with the family, it will also depend on life's choices.
Yeah, true.
For example, wewe unaweza kuwa wa mganga, lakini wewe umeamua kupokea wokovu.
Amen. Yeah.
So you can't say because she or he comes from such a family that now you say no. What is your heart telling you?
Exactly.
Check on the belief system of this your spouse to be. Akiwa ni sawa, imani inakuja kwanza.
Exactly. Yeah. So how has the journey been? The years, I remember you celebrated, was it 45?
We've been celebrating now. We are waiting for our 50th year, which will be around the corner at 2024. God giving us the opportunity.
Amen, and congratulations.
Yes, thank you. It has been, well, what can I say? To be sincere to myself, I have enjoyed. I really say my wife ni gift kwangu.
Wow.
Kwa sababu there are things I realize she has that I didn't have. Kwa mfano ni mkarimu sana.
I know that.
To the extent saingine namuuliza na wewe unafikiriaje? So she tells me I just find myself doing it, and it was this year she said, now wewe unakiniona unafikiri, do you think niko sawa kweli? And I said I'm also wondering But sasa, that is the way we are, and as a family, that is what we decided to be. Sometimes I may not like the way she will do things, but I must respect she is independent.
Exactly.
Because there are also some things I'll do my way, maybe she doesn't like, but she will accept.
So your independence now becomes a strength where you are now
Precisely.
complementing each other to be able to make the family stand.
Yes, and I believe that is what God decided to be.
Yeah, because I think in our days we find people are getting married so that you convert your or you turn your spouse to something different. To what you imagine she should be or he should be.
I remember my pastor, late Bishop Kiguru, telling me it's like, he said it in Kikuyu, Nikohora mai nadiri. If you try to change somebody, that is using the mortar and the pestle, that you begin to crush the water, and the water will always jump out, and you end up with nothing. Because he says, his theology was, if this person has not changed and he or she is born again, never ever think that you can make it. And I bought his idea.
He was a very wise man.
Yes, he was, definitely. Yeah,
this is Just Connect TV. We are sharing about my story with Bishop Dr. Makunyi, and he'll tell us more about his life. Karibu sana.
Just Connect TV is your entertainment and educational channel. We broadcast authentic content that will inspire, empower, and stir up the potential and positive energy in you. Just Connect TV, streaming live. Get yourself a high-quality branded hoodie, t-shirt, caps, umbrellas, you name it, we got it. You order, we deliver. Just Connect.
rugendo-inĩ rwa mathĩna ng'aragu ona nyoto na ningĩ mĩnoga niĩ nĩngĩaga hinya hĩndĩ ĩrĩa roho mũtheru ekũnjĩra rĩ hamwe na niĩ ngahota gũthiĩ na mbere na rũgendo
Ever felt the need to learn how to play a musical instrument or improve your music skill and never knew where to go? Just Connect School of Music is the place to be. We offer professional training in music sight reading, piano, drums, guitar, saxophone, bass guitar, and vocal training. We are located at Eprin Square, 3rd floor, room 26, opposite Buruburu Police Station. Just Connect, building worship. Just Connect TV, streaming live.
Welcome back. This is Just Connect TV. I'm with Bishop Dr. Makunyi. Welcome back. Probably you can tell us how has been your journey in the ministry and church. Where did you begin? Where did it all begin?
Thank you for the question. It's quite interesting and a long journey. But when you start with God, you continue rising and rising, because when you humble yourselves before God, then you ensure that He lifts you up. When I got saved on 10th October 1976, then I joined the Full Gospel Churches of Kenya, the home pastor, because I got saved back in Embu, and here we had the Full Gospel Churches of Kenya. Then I joined, I was introduced, I was given a letter which I brought to the pastor. Then I joined the church here in Nairobi. By then they were at Komwani, and that's when they were trying to collect money to build where the Full Gospel are now in phase 1.
Okay.
And therefore, that's how I joined Full Gospel. Then when we came to the Buruburu area, Buruburu 1, then by and by, they came to know I was doing accounting work. Then who was the treasurer was, you know him, Bishop Gachuki. He was an elder even when I joined the church. And then he is quite a gentleman. He said, now, I'm not an accountant, and we have somebody who here. Then we had a missionary. So we went through the missionary's house, and I was given the books, just like that. And then, I'm not saying in 1976, but I'm cutting long story short. Because you see, 76, then we moved here around 1978 or so. And then 1979, that's when we got the missionary all the way from Embu, Marty Vilika. Used to live at Langata. And then I was taken there. I was introduced. Then there you are. But even before that, I had joined those people who would do something, and it's interesting that you're asking this question. You know, because we didn't have a worker here, one of the elders by the name Maina Kugwa, we would arrange with him, we became friends. Then he would come and wash the toilets on Saturdays.
Wow.
That's where I started.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
So even before you got your accounting job, you
Yes.
serve in that particular.
Yes.
So you are not a pew warmer. You wouldn't.
No. We would wash. You know, even these seats they sit on. We did it with our hands, and with a missionary mzungu fulani. Tulifanya hiyo kazi na kuosha nyumba tuliosha.
Wow.
Kufanya mambo hayo.
Wow.
So that's how I started to minister.
And I remember you were in the church choir.
Yes,
did you join then, Ama? You came to join?
Well, I joined then around 80s. Around 80s when we were here. That's when I joined the choir, and so you can see that ministering. Then now that's where Bishop Kachoki introduced me to the leadership. Then, of course, by virtue of that, then I became a deacon. So you should not think I started as an elder.
Wow.
So I started as a deacon. Then by 1983, or is it 84? That's when I became an elder. You remember now, from 76 to 84, it was about 6 years.
Yeah.
So, and of course now singing the choir, going. That time I become the chairman of the evangelistic team. Choir chairman. We had the choir chairman and the choir master. Or the choir teacher, we said. Then I would be the choir master. Of course, I didn't know how to sing, but just to have the title and be the manager of the group, because the teacher never wanted to be called a choir master because he knew what it entails, and he had not gotten that qualification. That's what I thought. So we ministered. I tell you, we did a lot of work. Not because we're entitled, because nothing. So we did a lot of work.
Wow.
And today, when I look back, the whole team, even now, we have our wall, the Buruburu choir, where we have those who are in the Full Gospel, those who are in the worldwide, those who are, wherever they are, we have a wall to share our experiences. And I'm telling you, those choir members, we have so many bishops from that. And so many pastors, Mareverets, Manini.
So you would say that one should not despise their humble beginnings, because And don't eye those positions. I don't know what counsel you would offer to.
You know, sometimes you want to climb the tree from
the top. With no wings.
And you don't have wings, Wana. You have to climb from the bottom. If you want to succeed properly, start it from the bottom. But you see, for example, today as a bishop, I can't look down on the sweeper.
Wow.
Anybody. I want to tell you, I want to respect, and God give me that favor to respect everyone. Because you don't know who this person will become.
Exactly.
Suppose he becomes the presiding bishop and used to mess him up, and you are now old. What will you say?
Yeah, it will be a mess.
For example, now I had elders above me.
Yeah.
But today, I'm a bishop.
Yeah.
So if they mess me up, I look down on them. I did it even some of the pastors. So it's not as easy, but it has to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
It has to start from somewhere. And I think, is it thinking or believing? I want to believe that I'm not saying I'm very faithful, but according to the word of God, if you are not faithful with the small things, who can give you the real things?
Exactly.
So it's not the issue of titles. Even today, I don't know, you will tell me, even some people don't know I'm a bishop. It's only that they hear, because how different have I been? I don't know. I know you can tell me because you know me.
Well, I haven't seen any change in terms of, you are the position, yes, and of course the honor of that title we have to give it. But in terms of relationship with the human beings, I haven't seen any Madarao.
And so sometimes I think, is it that I was given this prematurely that I don't want people to feel that I'm a bishop?
No, I don't.
I don't know. But I think there's a problem because sometimes when you climb up, and I think if you are not confident of yourself, you always want to exert pressure on other people to recognize you. But I think I desire to be like Christ.
Amen. And you are a great inspiration. And probably if I would ask this, how are you mentoring younger people, younger than you, to come up? How would you put it?
And can I ask you? Can I ask you also?
Yes.
Am I mentoring you?
Of course, a lot. By the way, I have told you that you're the one who preached and I got saved. So
right, thank you.
There's that credit
for reminding me that. and mentoring, to me, it is not an issue of saying, "Come, I will mentor you." That would be futility to me. It's you expose yourself for people to see, other people to see, and then they will pick the good things from you.
Wow.
They take it in. That's my way of looking at things. I'll never tell you that I'm mentoring you. No. But I expose myself genuinely to be what I am, so that if there is any virtue you can pick from it, then you go ahead.
Exactly.
And I tell people, don't do things my way. If you find they don't work, if I'm not doing the right thing, don't do it. Because I'm the bishop. I'm including my children. In fact, I told them when they were young, if you see I'm messing up, don't follow me. Don't follow me. And you also should. You have the. You must tell me that, Dad, you are not doing it right. I have taught my children that.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
so you offer
I realize
yourself to be accountable to.
Yes, because I'm a human being. I'm a human being. And you see, sometimes, and I think they helped me a lot because, for example, there was a time there was a financial crisis because my family is big, 8 children, and then my finances, I said, finances are never enough. And especially if you genuinely go by your earnings, of course, the background, the foundation is something to consider. And I had told them, if you see I'm messing, then you better tell me. So one time we had a lot of financial hiccups, which were also good because they taught me how to swim in those issues. And then our water was disconnected. But you see now, we can't say without water.
Exactly.
And in my reasoning, I knew the city council then will still continue charging me. So in that, and to get the water reconnected, it was a hassle. So what would you do before they connect? So you go and reconnect and tell people now you drink water. And then one of my sons, one night in the evening, said, Daddy, don't we preach that we should not do this thing? And I see the issues of this water. Tomorrow I went looking for money to pay and connect. And I so systematically did it to tell the boy, you are right, I am wrong. So I paid the bill, and now we can continue.
Wow.
And I thought, that's very good.
Yeah. And it's a value. So, and you've touched a very important aspect of parenting and instilling values on children, like by practically doing it and offering yourself. I liked that issue of being accountable. That you can allow yourself.
Yes, and I'm an accountant by profession. It's like,
that you can allow the account. You need to give your accounts in clarity.
And to be audited.
Yeah.
By the way, I like that.
Wow.
Because I know I'm not perfect. Even now as the national finance controller or national treasurer, I have invited an external auditor to come and audit the books of accounts. Because I know I can never be perfect.
Exactly.
I want other people to look at what I'm doing to confirm whether what I'm doing is right thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And probably as we end this, what would be your parting shot to the viewers of different categories? Those who are ministers, those who are parents, young people, what would you tell our viewer today?
My viewer, this is what I can summarize about the issues of life, that it's not a straight line. There'll be ups and downs. There are those blocks, whether they are mental blocks or real blocks, but there is always a way out, and never quit, never give up. The best thing is to look to the Lord, and He will open a better way, even more than what you thought. And today I reason, even if I was a professor, but I'm seeing so many of them, they are failures. But God has directed me, and my success is owed to God and my wife and my family.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, our viewers. This has been Just Connect TV on your program, My Story. Bye-bye till the next time we meet.
Just Connect TV, streaming live. Just Connect TV is your entertainment and educational channel. We broadcast authentic content that will inspire, empower, and stir up the potential and positive energy in you. Just Connect TV, streaming live. Get yourself a high-quality branded hoodie, t-shirt, caps, umbrellas, you name it, we got it. You order, we deliver. Just Connect. Ever felt the need to learn how to play a musical instrument or improve your music skill and never knew where to go? Just Connect School of Music is the place to be. We offer professional training in music sight reading, piano, drums, guitar, saxophone, bass guitar, and vocal training. We are located at Eprin Square, 3rd floor, room 26, opposite Buruburu Police Station. Just Connect, building worship. Just Connect TV, streaming live.